Everyone, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Niresha and I would love for you guys to click that subscribe button and join the family. As you guys can tell by today's title, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I gained 15 pounds in about 2 months. So I went from 97 pounds in the beginning of my journey to 113. Doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm only 4'11" for reference, so keep that in mind. I'm very petite, very tiny. I've always been super skinny. I've always been super small, and now I'm in my early 30s, and I went shopping a few months ago, and I'm just like not happy with myself. I was looking super tiny, and I was super insecure and not confident with my body at all. I felt like a little 12-year-old girl because I'm already tiny, and I was super skinny, don't have boobs or anything, so I'm like, I feel like a little girl. And I just really wanted to feel more womanly and more confident in my body, more sexy. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I gained 15 pounds, and if you guys are interested, just keep on watching. This video down into kind of 8 tips that I have just so you guys can easily follow along. Also, it's kind of like the track or like the pathway that I took to gain 15 pounds in 2 months. I didn't use any medications or any pills or anything. Everything was natural, no supplements, nothing like that. I just wanted to make that a disclaimer as well. I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a doctor, not a personal trainer, and none of those things. I'm just someone who gained 15 pounds because I wasn't happy with my body. So I'm gonna give you guys the 8 tips. I have my laptop sitting here because I wrote them all down to keep this video quick and concise. I don't want to ramble on because I could do that. If you guys want me to break down a little bit in more details, let me know in the comments and I will try to maybe make another video. That way I could share it with you guys and break down each tip a little bit more. So just let me know in the comments down below and I would love to make that for you guys. Number 1 is, of course, I decided that I wanted to gain weight and get healthy. And the first thing that I did was make a doctor's appointment and get a complete physical and blood work done. I think that this is super important, and I'm so happy that I actually did that and took that upon myself to make sure that I got a complete physical and blood work done, because sometimes when you're trying to gain weight, you don't realize that you could have underlying health conditions such as like an overactive thyroid, low iron. Like, I'm anemic, and I had no idea that having anemia can actually cause you to have a low appetite. So it's really important to go and speak to your doctor, get blood work done, get him to give you a complete, him or her, get them to give you a complete physical, just to make sure that you have no underlying health issues and you're perfectly healthy and able to gain weight. My doctor also recommended that I speak to a dietitian, which I was really happy about because I was able to meet with her and she was able to kind of look at what I'm eating in a day and kind of break down my goals, which was a lot easier to have someone like help you and be like, okay, this is where you're at and where do you want to go, and kind of this is a gain, kind of the pathway to help you get there. So it was super helpful to speak with her. She even made me like tell her what I eat in a day to kind of see where I'm at, and I was thinking like, I'm eating a lot and I'm not gaining weight, and she asked me to tell her what I'm eating, and then we realized that I'm not even eating like the calories that I should be eating in a day, let alone to gain weight. So that's tip number 1. Speak to your doctor, get blood work done, get a complete physical, and try to see if you can also speak to a dietitian to help you kind of map out what exactly you should be eating in a day. And yeah, that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 was cut out toxins and eliminate stress. Stress for me is a big impact on my weight. I was losing a lot of weight because I was working in a job that just wasn't serving me. I wasn't happy there. I was working in an environment that was toxic to my mental health, and I wasn't happy. I was working 2 jobs, and I'm a single mom, and I was in school full-time, so I was completely exhausted and overwhelmed, and finding the time to eat and work out or take care of my mental health or my body was almost non-existent. So that's why I was losing a lot of weight as well. That's why I wasn't able to gain weight and take care of myself, because I would be waking up in the morning, running to work, getting my kid ready, and I'd be feeding him but not feeding myself. And if you're a mom, I'm sure you guys can relate to that. You make sure your kids have like 3 meals and all these snacks all day, but you're not nourishing and feeding your own body. and I just wasn't making myself a priority. I wasn't making eating a priority. I would get to work and I'd be working the whole time, and I wouldn't even take a lunch break because I'd be so overwhelmed with the amount of work that I had that I wasn't even eating until like later on at night. I would come home, cook dinner, and eat like a little bit, and that was it. I wasn't eating properly. It wasn't nourishing my body. So eliminating stress was a big one for me. I quit that job, and now I feel like I'm able to just be healthy and take care of myself mentally, physically, emotionally, and like just listening to your body is so important. Another thing was eliminating toxins. During that time, like a few months ago, I was vaping. I had a vape pen. I know, so disgusting. Like when I think about the fact that I used to vape, it blows my mind because I'm like, what the hell was I doing? Who am I? But yeah, I was vaping. It was trash. It was disgusting. And vaping and nicotine has such an impact on your weight and your stomach. Like, I've never felt so good since I've cut out vaping, but it can really affect your appetite. It can, like, it's a stimulant that decreases your appetite because you're constantly vaping all the time. And for me, it was a way to deal with my anxiety and stress, but I wasn't realizing that it was actually causing my anxiety and stress. It's like a cycle with those kind of toxins. Also, I was smoking weed as well. I live in Canada, so it's legal here, so don't judge me. But yes, I was smoking weed occasionally as well. I wasn't like a huge pothead, but I definitely was smoking like after work, and now and then, like on the weekends and stuff, I was rolling up a joint, smoking it up, and not realizing that that had a lot to do with my mental health, my physical health, and just not being able to gain weight. I know for some people, when you smoke weed, it helps you get the munchies and you eat. But if you're smoking it long term, over the years, it actually affects your appetite and you can't eat when you smoke. So once I eliminated smoking the weed and smoking my vape pen, once I just threw those both in the garbage and I was just over it, it was easier for me to actually eat and maintain my weight and feel a lot healthier as well, just mentally, physically, even emotionally. Like, I feel like a totally different person now that I've not depended on those substances or those toxins to help me anymore. And it's so crazy because when you're in that mind state, you think that they're helping you, but they're really making your life a living hell. Like, it's literally making it worse for you. So yeah, eliminating those toxins has really helped me. I also cut back on alcohol completely. I quit drinking for a period of time because I was just focused on my goal that I didn't even want to drink. So I even cut out like wine. I wasn't a huge drinker, but even just a little bit of alcohol, I just cut everything out completely just so I can focus on cleaning and clearing and like just regulating my body again and not feeling like I'm dependent on toxins or substances to help me. So that is tip number 2. Tip number 3 is download a calorie tracker to help you stay consistent with meals and with eating every 2 hours. So yeah, I downloaded a calorie tracker. I'm gonna link the one I use down below if you guys are interested. I'm pretty sure it was called My Plate, but I downloaded the calorie tracker because my meals and my eating habits were all over the place at that time, and I wasn't eating breakfast properly. I wasn't eating lunch or dinner. I was just eating like randomly at random times. I was ignoring my hunger a lot because I was always so busy that when I would get hungry, I would be like, well, I'll eat later. Like, I just wasn't prioritizing myself. So downloading the calorie tracker really helped me to stay consistent and keep myself accountable. I would wake up in the morning and my calorie tracker would be like, get ready to log your breakfast. So it was keeping me more consistent, like, okay, I have to eat now. And then it would remind me at lunchtime and remind me again at dinner, like, you got this. If you want to reach your goals, log your breakfast, log your lunch. So it helped me to stay consistent and keep me accountable as well. Also, I started eating more snacks and every 2 hours. So I would put timers on my phone, for example, like have a snack now. And I would eat things like, I don't know, like peanut butter and jelly or like yogurt or like just cheese sticks and meat, grapes, something fruit or veggie related, just so I can always keep my appetite consistent. And at first it was hard. I'm not gonna say at first I was just like eating so much, because in the beginning it was really hard for me to even eat a complete full meal. But as I grew and stretched my stomach over time and build that appetite back up. It became easier and easier over time. So that's kind of what you have to do, is to just build your appetite back up, because you've been eating sporadically and crazy and your stomach's like, wait, what the heck is going on? The thing is, you have to understand your BMI and how much calories you actually need to be consuming each day. If you should be eating 1,000 calories, try to double that. So I downloaded, there's a calculator, I'll try to link that as well down below if you guys are interested. But it's a BMI calculator. It determines your weight, height, and your age, and it kind of calculates what is a healthy body weight for you. So for me, 97 pounds wasn't underweight, because like I said, I'm 4'11". I am 30, in my early 30s though, so it was a little bit underweight for my age. So I was just like, you know what, I want to get to at least between like 115 and 120 was kind of my goal weight. I'm 113 right now, so I'm almost there, but I have gained 15 pounds, so I'm pretty happy about that. But I just started doubling it. I just looked at my BMI and it said I needed like 1,500 calories or something. I don't know exactly, but I think it said I needed like maybe 1,800 calories in a day, and I started eating like 3,000 calories a day. So yeah, I was really doubling my calories. I was really trying to just eat. I was eating, y'all. People who are like on this weight gain journey, and I see them eating like one little egg and like 2 pieces of turkey bacon with like a piece of toast. Like, you need to double that, because that's just maintaining your weight. And that's where a lot of people go wrong when it comes to weight gaining. They're like, at least I'm eating. But no, you're eating, but you're just going to maintain your weight. You're not going to gain weight. You're just going to maintain where you're at. And that's where I went wrong for a few months, because I started eating, but I wasn't eating a lot. I was just eating. Tip number 4 is get active. Go to the gym or join a workout class. I know the gym is not for everybody, so you know, if it's not for you, join a workout class. Do something to get your body moving and build a lean muscle. And yeah, so joining the gym and getting active was probably the best thing that ever happened to me in terms of gaining my weight and just feeling and looking and being healthy. It sounds counterproductive, because a lot of people think like, oh, when you gain weight, or if you're trying to gain weight, why would you go to the gym? Isn't the gym for losing weight? Or isn't joining a workout class or doing cardio, aren't those things for losing weight? And yes, they are for losing weight as well, but they're also just to maintain a healthy body weight. If you want to maintain a healthy body weight, don't skip going to the gym. It's not only for skinny, it's not only for people who are trying to lose weight, it's for everyone. Going to the gym has helped me build like lean muscle and stimulate my appetite, because before I wasn't hungry at all. Well, I felt hungry, but I would ignore it. But going to the gym helped me to just feel good, gain the weight that I want to gain in the right places, and just to keep everything healthy, get my heart rate pumping. And I'm so proud of myself when it comes to that, because I was 97 pounds, y'all, and now I'm at 113, and a lot of it is muscle. It's not even fat. Like, a lot of it is just muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat, so keep that in mind as well. But yeah, it helped me stimulate my appetite. I would do cardio as well, and a lot of people have the misconception that if you do cardio, you're going to lose weight. That's not necessarily true, because I was 97 pounds, and I would do light cardio, because I feel like it's really important to, you know, get your heart pumping, get your heart racing, get your heart pumping, get your blood flowing. In order to build that muscle in your body, you need to be able to do a little bit of cardio. Everybody needs a little bit of cardio, whether you're skinny, whatever goals you have in life in terms of health and fitness. Do not skip cardio. Cardio is super important. Your heart is the biggest organ and biggest muscle, not biggest organ, but the biggest muscle in your body. And the most important, it flushes blood through your whole body. Especially me, as an ex-smoker and stuff, cardio was really hard in the beginning. I was doing like only 10 minutes, but now I've amped it up to like 30 minutes of cardio, where I can actually maintain that. And in the beginning, I wasn't doing a lot of cardio, because I wasn't trying to burn 150 calories. I was trying to keep as many calories as I could. But it's still important to get a little bit of cardio in, just so you can stimulate the appetite, and it helps to, you know, build your heart and get your heart racing, build those muscles, get your blood vessels pumping, and just feel good. So do not skip cardio, okay? Don't skip the cardio, guys. Okay, tip number 5 is get proper sleep to help you heal your body. Yes, sleep is important. It's important to get the proper rest in order for you to be gaining weight and being healthy and looking fit. You need to rest your body as well. You should be getting at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep. I know 8 hours is a lot for some people. I usually do between like 6 or 7, sometimes 8 depending on if I need the extra rest. But yeah, you need to get rest. You need to make sure you're resting, especially if you're eating a lot and you're trying to gain weight. The rest will really help your body to replenish itself, especially if you're cutting out like toxins and eliminating things in your life and working out and exercising. Your body's going to be extra tired, so you need that rest to replenish yourself. You need to replenish your body and recharge, and sleep is so important. You need to get your adequate rest in order to feel good mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, it's all a well-rounded thing. You're not going to be healthy and gain weight and feel good about yourself if you're not getting the proper rest. It's just not going to happen. So yeah, make sure you're taking care of yourself. 6 is don't skip the protein shakes. I used a high calorie protein. I used high calorie protein shakes. They were each about 750 to 800 calories, and I would have those twice a day. So yeah, I was eating about 3,500 calories. I no longer use the calorie tracker anymore because I don't think that I need to use it. I've built my appetite back up to the point that I know when to eat. As soon as I'm hungry, I'm like on it. Like, I don't play around with that no more. But back then when I first started gaining weight, it was really hard for me to eat, and I would have to, you know, put protein shakes in there to help me gain weight. I don't do as many protein shakes now. Like, I still do obviously take protein shakes, but they're more only after the gym. I'll take a protein shake, or before bed sometimes I like to have one as like a little sweet treat, instead of having like chocolate. But yeah, I'll have I was having 2 protein shakes a day, so one directly after the gym in the morning, and then one right before bed. And each protein shakes combined, the protein shakes combined were about 1,000 calories. So that's a pretty hefty amount. I was using like 2 scoops of protein, which is 500 calories in 2 scoops, a banana, peanut butter, and then I was also putting in like a little bit of milk to add more calories, more whole fats. So yeah, definitely recommend. If you guys would like to know which protein powder I used, I'll try to link it down below, and I'll try to get a picture of it as well. I ran out and I need to go and actually re-up on some, so I don't have the bottle here with me right now, but I will show you guys a picture of the protein shake, or of the protein powder that I used. Tip number 7 is pre-planned meals and always have food on hand. Carry snacks in your purse or a bag and know exactly what you need and when you need to eat. And meal prepping is also a great way to have healthy foods ready to go all the time. So for me, I always made sure that my fridge and my freezer were stocked with healthy foods, always ready to go. I always made sure that I had like leftovers or meals ready to go when I came home from the gym. I knew exactly what I was eating, exactly what I was gonna have for lunch that day, exactly what I was gonna have for dinner, what I was gonna have for snacks in between. That way I'm not coming home and I'm like, okay, what do I eat? And then you waste time, and then you're trying to debate what you should eat, and then you just waste more time thinking about what to eat. Be prepared when it comes to knowing exactly what you need to eat, especially if you're trying to gain weight. You don't want to be like empty and not knowing what to eat, or, you know, I just feel like that causes more worry and stress, and then you end up not eating at all. Was for me, for example. So having a meal plan, if you guys want, go watch my video. I think I made it like 2 weeks ago, and it's like how I meal plan and prep for the week. As you guys could see, I had a list written out exactly what I'm gonna eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner each day. So I started meal planning like that and prepping and knowing exactly what I needed. I always have leftovers in my fridge. Like for lunch today, I had like spaghetti and meatballs, because I always make enough food that I could have a meal when I come home. And then for breakfast, it was always something like eggs and turkey bacon, or like omelets, very veggie-filled omelets with like avocado, toast on the side with peanut butter, or like a high-calorie oatmeal with berries and yogurt. And very full, dense meals is what you really need to make sure you're having. and carry snacks with you as well. That was a big thing for me, especially in the beginning. I would often carry like muffins or like cheese sticks and like those little meat bites or like turkey bites and stuff like that. I would always be carrying yogurt or fruit or just anything really, bananas, anything like that. Even if it's small calories or they're only like 150 calories, at least I was having something to hold me over instead of starving. Like if I was out at the mall, I would have food to eat. That way I'm not waiting until I get home to fill my stomach, because then by the time you wait to get home, you're burning more calories, right? So you need to make sure that you're always constantly eating. So that was a big thing for me. And tip number 8, my final tip, guys, is don't get discouraged, okay? If you don't see weight gain right away, don't beat yourself up about it. Don't be on the scale like every 5 minutes, because your weight is not going to change in 5 minutes, and it's normal for your weight to go up and down. So keep that in mind as well. I know for me in the beginning, I would be coming home from the gym like the next day and I would be like, oh my gosh, I'm still 97 pounds, or I would gain a pound and then I would lose a pound, and I would be like beating myself up like it's not working, I'm not gaining weight. And keep in mind that actually as a woman as well, it's normal for your weight to fluctuate around that time of the month. When you're ovulating, your weight fluctuates. So keep that in mind. Don't beat yourself up if you see your weight fluctuate between like 2 and 3 pounds, even between like 1 and 5 pounds. It's absolutely normal for your weight to fluctuate like that. Don't beat yourself up. Stay consistent, eat wholesome, nutritious, and healthy meals, and don't be on the scale so much, because it's gonna change. And as it changes, like yesterday, I think I weighed like 111, and today I weigh 113 again. So your weight's gonna change depending on how much you even eat in a day. Like if one day you eat a little bit heavier than the next day, it's completely normal for your weight to be down a pound or 2. We also have water weight, so just keep that in mind. As long as you're consistent in your meals and you're consistent in your weight training and consistent in taking care of your body, getting the proper rest and everything, you will get to your goal. Just stay consistent and be patient. Take care of your mental health as well, making sure you're, you know, spending the time in self-care, spending the time reading your Bible or whatever you need to do in order to take care of yourself mentally and spiritually. Just take care of yourself and be patient. Be patient on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. And yeah, I think that's it. That's all the tips that I have. Yeah guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video on how I gained weight. If you guys have any questions, or you want me to do like a what I ate in a day or what I eat in a day on this weight gain journey, please leave me a comment down below and I would love to share that with you guys. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, subscribe. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.